friends, it's Denise. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'll be using a kit from Hello Petite paper, and it was for a week that I went to go ski with my friends, and I thought about skipping this spread, but it turned out so pretty that I really didn't want to. Plus, we had a very special celebration at the beginning of the week, so I decided to just post it anyways. I will be pulling in some Simply Gilded washi and also foiled stickers from the Giving Girl and Station stickers. Actually, the foiled overlays for the full boxes, those are leftovers from a previous spread that I did with Station stickers, and that's why I really love when she has her kits and then the two add-on sheets, because you can use it, whenever. You don't have to use all of them in 1 week, so it's quite useful and I like having it on hand. After laying down the bottom washi and the quote box, I start Monday off with a glitter header from the kit. I decided to have a, less structured spread, and I'll just be going from morning to night in each column and filling out the space as needed. Monday was President's Day, and everyone had the day off, so we celebrated Anna's birthday that day. Everyone came to the city, San Francisco, and it was actually really nice weather, and we had some brunch. So I put a today header down, and I cut up one of the pieces of bottom washi since I didn't use it down there. On top, I layered a hashtag Boba Bitch Squad sticker, which was lettered by Malika and made by Mandy. I used a half box with this cute princess emoji from the Coffee Monsters coat on top, and I lettered that it was Anna's birthday celebration, and I decorated the half box with a silver foiled bow from the Giving Girl, because if you know Anna, then you know that she loves bows, so it definitely had to mark it with that. I put down a full box that would probably be the easiest to write on, and I started to stagger some icons on it. I used an avocado egg sticker from Happy Diet to mark the brunch that we ate at Kitchen Story, which was absolutely delicious. I highly recommend it. They had just like your basic brunch dishes, but then they also had burgers, and those had more of an Asian twist to it, although I don't know if any of us actually ordered it. Maybe Anna did? I'll have to review that clip from the beginning, but yeah, it was really good. And then afterwards, we ate so much that we needed to just take a nice stroll down Valencia Street, which is in the Mission neighborhood of San Francisco, and there's just a lot of cute little boutiques and cafe shops. It's just a nice place to walk down, and there's tons of restaurant options as well. So we did that, and of course I stopped by Boba Guys. I used a Boba Treat sticker from my shop, and then underneath I used one of the labels, and later on top a emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. It's holding a cute little heart balloon because we kind of celebrated Galentine's as well, since it was so close to Valentine's Day. So some of us did prepare like tiny little gifts, like as if you were in elementary school and you're giving your friends those Valentine's Day cards. So we kind of gave each other some little treats here and there, so that was really cute. We did that over brunch, but I just marked it at the bottom. And then I took another half box and I used a cake sticker from my shop to mark getting dessert in the evening time. We were still pretty full, but basically we just had dessert for dinner, and it was such a long wait, and it was so ridiculous. So we were waiting in line. It was pretty hot that day, and we noticed that there was a table with two girls, and they had bought several desserts there. And the desserts aren't cheap either. They had all these desserts laid out, and it was quite obvious they were taking Instagram photos of them. And that's fine, but then what was confusing was that they got up from their table and they were trying to pay, like without even eating the desserts. And then they had issue paying for it, and then some other random person helped pay for it, I think. But I was so confused why they didn't eat the perfectly good desserts. And they're just sitting at the table, and we're waiting in line. I was like, oh my god, I want to eat that. Can I just walk over and sit at that table and eat their dessert? Because they didn't even touch it. It looks like pristine. And the tables around their table were also very confused because, it was $50 worth of desserts just sitting there. Anyways, eventually we got seated, and we got Korean bingsu and a crepe cake, and I think a really delicious matcha lava cake. Tuesday was a pretty chill day. I started with a glitter header from the kit, followed by a to-do header. Our room is always a constant mess, mainly because of me, so there's always a reason to tidy up, so I used that lettering sticker from my shop and layered it on top of a long page flag. And then I do a lot of work on the computer, so I used a large laptop sticker from Little Miss Paperie and this Let's Get It Done Pandaru sticker that is silver foiled from Happy Dia. I do all of my drawings on my iPad, so I put down a Today header and a full box, and on top of that a tablet doodle from my shop, and I wrote in one of the asterisk label underneath that I had to draw some swap sheets. I had some space to fill, so I used this girl from Happy Dia on top of a page flag that is from Station Stickers, and then underneath I marked going to the gym with a page flag and a gym script sticker from Mandy Dreams. On Wednesday, I put down a header and the full box with the trees, and on top I used one of the leftover silver foiled overlays from Station Stickers that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Next, I put down a bow scalloped label from the Giving Girl, and on top I used a Hobonichi sticker from my shop. I did spend a good time writing in that journal. It is quite different than this Erin Condren one. Of course, that one has more just like my feelings and thoughts of the day instead of just like my list of actions of the day. So if you want me to ever post a journal with me in that journal, then let me know. Wednesday was pretty uneventful. There's always, a couple days in the week that nothing really interesting happens, and that was that day for me. I just worked on orders, printing and cutting, and I used that silhouette sticker from Very Cute Designs on top of a half box. And I needed to cover up some, blank space, so I just used the bill due sticker on top of one of the page flags, although I usually just don't mark bills because I know that they're the same day every month, but I just used that to fill in some space. Underneath, I used one of the labels to mark that I finally ordered my Sherpa Levi's jacket that I have been wanting for, I guess since December, and there was one on sale, so that was perfect. And then I received a package from Tom's just in time for the trip because I had ordered some boots to wear in the snow. On Thursday, it was my best friend Justine's birthday, but I was a terrible person and I forgot to mark it until after I had finished all the things on Thursday. So I will go back later and put that in, but for now I put down a glitter header followed by a Today header and then one of the page flags. And then on top, I layered this coffee cup sticker from Rose and Tea Shop, which I do have a coupon code down below. I have several, so if you want to save some money, then check down there. And then I pulled in this Starbucks sticker, which was hand lettered by J. Crew Plans, and it was part of a SPC PR freebie, I think. This was my get out of the apartment, do some errands day. So I put down a to-do header and then I used one of the full box checklists and I just listed all of the places that I went to. I pulled in this adorable loaf of bread sticker from Moomy Stickers to mark going to 85 Degree Bakery. I love buying Brian and I a little treat for the night, and I usually get like the egg tart and then I get Brian the pineapple bread. We did some laundry and then I went for a run at the gym, and then I also tried to tidy up the room, which I say try because it's always in a constant mess anyways. I put a couple of stickers from my shop on top of the full box and then I move on to Friday. We drove up north this day pretty early in the afternoon actually, and I wanted to use the full box with the girl wearing the beanie. I love this illustration. It's not like a typical fashion girl, it's definitely a different style, and I love wearing beanies. I love being cozy, so that drawing just kind of reminded me of myself, I guess, a little bit. So on top, I use one of the silver foiled overlays that is from a leftover sheet from Station Stickers, and then I also used this little heart speech bubble from Kitty Mint Co. I put down a Today header, and that is when I realized that I'm a big dummy and I forgot to mark Justine's birthday. So I am taking one of the bow scalloped labels from the Giving Girl, and I'm going to letter on top of that and put a little balloon icon that came from the kit. I'm going to shift down all of the stickers on Thursday and omit one of the labels, the one that I used for the gym, and it's going to rearrange everything and it's going to fit nicely again. We had actually planned this trip before, knowing that she could attend too. So when we found out that she could, it was like perfect timing so we could all celebrate her birthday together and kind of make it like a destination celebration. So after fixing my major mistake, I went back to Friday and I marked that I had to pack. We were going with quite a large group this time, so we kind of had to like Tetris and figure out the configuration of who sits in which car, and I had to go to meet Mandy and then get into another car. Anyways, eventually we were on the road, and so I used a half box, and the kit came with this icon, and we stopped by In-N-Out for lunch. So I put down a fries sticker from my shop, and then everyone in the car that I was sitting in was a big fan of boba. So we stopped by a Happy Lemon around like, I think Stockton area, or like in between Stockton and Sacramento. And that boba sticker is from Happy Daya. So we got to sip on that for the rest of the ride. And we actually arrived before everyone else. So we checked into, it wasn't like an Airbnb, but it was like equivalent to one. And it was a really nice one. It was really modern. And so I put down a washi strip from the kit and I layered on top this Relax Girl from Happy Daya because we just kind of chilled, drank some wine, we got some Thai takeout, and then eventually everybody came and we hung out for pretty late into the night, even though we had to wake up really early for Saturday morning. Actually, I just remembered why we stayed up so late. We were all taking the Big 5 personalities test. I think it's that one. It's not the Myers-Briggs one. This one was a similar like feel of like how much extrovert you are, or like organization and so. But I remember that my organization was like scarily low. It was like 35% like organized. And then Brian was like 95%, which is, I don't know, maybe we like balance each other out. But I do remember that my like creativeness was like 90 something. So it all made sense, but we were all like comparing each other. Not to see who was better or who was worse, but it was just like an interesting conversation. And I feel like it was a nice icebreaker so that everyone could get to know each other. So yeah, Big 5 personalities test. Very interesting. And if you have time to take it, I'm wondering if you think it's accurate. So moving on to Saturday, I remember now that I didn't just buy Brian and I bread from 85 Degree Bakery, but I bought like a whole bunch to bring for the trip that morning. So I ate that Saturday, and then I used a Happy Dye sticker on top of a quarter label. And then underneath, I put a half box and this geotag sticker from my shop to mark which resort we went to. But then I wrote down the wrong name. I don't know why. I thought we went to North Star, but we actually went to Heavenly both Saturday and Sunday. So I just redid that, and I decorated the half box with a tiny silver foiled bow from the Giving Girl. It was a long and tiring day, so we were pretty pumped to go home and start prepping for dinner. And we were having hot pot, and I love eating hot pot at home, but we don't do it very often, and because it's just more convenient to go to a restaurant that's already like pre-made for you. I think it's a lot more affordable to do it at home, plus you get a lot more food for your money. So we had a bunch of cabbage, mushrooms, tofu, a bunch of different fish balls, and slices of meat. It was very delicious, and I used a Happy Dye sticker to mark that. And then afterwards, we played some monikers, drank some wine, and so we were playing monikers, which is a kind of like a card game, like charades, but then the losing team would have to go outside in the freezing cold and I forget, like consistently do squats for like a minute or something. And sadly, my team lost, so I had to go and do squats, which actually wasn't too bad. Anyways, I also wanted to mark that I gave Justine some gifts that evening. I got her a book of poetry and then kind of like a motivation book. So I marked that with a long page flag and this present sticker from Rose and Tea Shop. The next morning, we had to clean up the house and get ready for checkout. We also prepared some morning mimosas. We had to finish the champagne and orange juice, so yeah, did that. And then I realized that there wasn't enough space for everything that I wanted to put there, so I decided to remove the clean house icon and just move it up and then put another half box like I did Saturday to mark where we were. And I used another silver bow sticker from the Giving Girl and this heart sticker from Sticky Fingers Co. We actually technically drove across the state lines and we went to the Nevada side, so that was fun to mark down that we went out of state technically. And then after that we drove home and we stopped somewhere near Sacramento or Davis to get some sushi. I wrote that on some labels. And the timing was actually really nice because one of our housemates was flying back from LA, so we actually got to pick him up from the airport and welcome him home. I used this old school looking Volkswagen van to mark that, and then I just wrote underneath with a little asterisk dot next to it. So that is it for this journal with me. Thank you so much for watching. We are officially done with all the February spreads, and I'm going to try to power through March ones. If you made it to the very end, I truly, truly appreciate it. And comments down below your favorite comfort food when you are on a road trip. For me, I always enjoy milk tea during a long drive somewhere, but if it's like actual food and there's like one of those rest stops, I generally choose Taco Bell out of all of the options. Or if there's like a Chick-fil-A or In-N-Out. I guess those three I would choose. Alright, again, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye!